Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first. Yes, wait. Hello. Right in front of your face.
Yeah, I could do that too.
So we are here at our host Brian and Ann's, and this is the first day of PAX East. It is late at night. It's been a long day, but Tycko, it's your first PAX.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, we were from appointment to appointment all day long, but we've got a few things we want to talk about today. Just a bit of a review of what we've seen today.
Before we forget.
But before we forget, this show is brought to you by the lovely and amazing Cherry Coke Zero.
By that, Sean just means he enjoys drinking it. They're not giving us any actual money or anything.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff is amazing. Every time I come to the U.S., I have to take this home. And our hosts are always gracious enough to get me a case. So I'm enjoying this while we record. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. What are we talking about today, Tycko?
We got some stuff.
So I mean, the way that we always come to PAX East as a media, and or I have anyway for the last 6 years.
So have I. I've always come as media.
You have always? This is your first year, but you are here as media?
And I will recommend it to anybody who hasn't done it yet because it is way better than waiting in lines. Booking appointments is way better than waiting in lines.
We've said this before. I don't understand why anybody would stand in line, and there were lines that were about 2 hours long to play a 5 to 10 minute demo of a game.
Yeah.
I don't understand wanting to do that at all.
I wouldn't. That's too long. I may as well wait an extra month and just play the game when it comes out.
Right. I mean, I understand, checking out games you haven't seen, going to a booth. A lot of the indie booths, they're not super busy. You can pretty much walk in, pick up a controller and play. And some of the games we're going to talk about today, and other games we'll talk about on the OMG Hour next week when we do our next live show. But some of them had wait times of 2 hours or more.
Yeah.
And it just, some of them are fun games, but I wouldn't wait that long to play it. But the first thing we did, so media gets to get into the show 1 hour early on Fridays only. So we immediately went to PlayStation to check out the PlayStation VR. And they basically allowed me to play one game.
At random.
I didn't even get to choose the game I wanted. What I really wanted to play was the Until Dawn.
Yeah.
I can't remember the subtitle.
Rush of Blood.
Rush of Blood. That's the one I really wanted to see. I love, if you've been following us on the OMG Hour podcast, you know how much both of us actually love Until Dawn. But no, they threw me onto one of the little demos of
the tech demo.
It was it was called Into the Deep, and it's part of the VR worlds that you're going to get from PlayStation when you get a PlayStation VR. There was no interaction on this thing whatsoever. None.
You turned your head.
Oh yeah, I got to look around. So it was it was a non-interactive movie that lasted about 5 minutes, and it was I'm sitting in a cage, and I was being lowered into the sea, so I got to see fish swimming around, and eventually you get attacked by a shark, and the shark's ripping the cage apart, and you're probably supposed to be like, woo! But no, I'm like, this is just too cool. Yeah, I'm fascinated. But I can't interact with it, so it's not like I'm going to die. It's not like I'm in danger, because I can't do anything anyway.
Now, if they had, gotten a set of chompers and, bitten your arm or something like that...
we're going to talk about on Thursday a fantastic VR that actually...
it's a great on-floor demo.
On-floor demo. This is not something you're going to get in the real game, but come check out the...
if you're willing to pay a little extra, Sean and I'll come to your house and reenact the experience.
We'll talk about that on Thursday. Check the live stream for the OMG Hour, and we'll talk about that experience for another VR game. But I was disappointed in on the experience they gave me, not in the PlayStation VR. The PlayStation VR was comfortable. It looked good. I mean, the resolution I thought was really great.
Yeah, it's not that it did anything wrong. It's just the game that you got to try
wasn't even a game.
Wasn't the experience you were hoping for, especially with rushing there first thing to get there. To me, that's the first thing that we wanted to try. Exactly.
Whereas other friends of ours, they got interactive games and stuff.
And apparently they got to play 5 or 6 different things.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Sean's not pushy enough, apparently.
Exactly. What else? Then we went around to the Intel booth,
Yep.
and we got to play another. This time it was a HTC Vive game called Raw Data. I'm
We've
looking
written it
on the
down.
notes because I can never remember
He's
the name
forgotten
of
it
this
like
game.
6 times.
Yes, it's written right here.
Don't show them all
Raw
the notes. Now they know
data.
the whole show.
There's the show. Now you know what we're seeing on Thursday too. If you can read, pause. There you go.
Okay, that's
If they pause it, they'll know what we're talking about on Thursday.
I don't think they can.
Okay. So Raw Data was HTC Vive, and it had the controllers in my hand, and this was a lot of fun. Simple concept: you are trying to steal data from a computer terminal, and while you're downloading the data, you have to defend yourself against these AI robots that are coming at you.
From
you
all
can't,
sides.
You can't move. You're basically in the same spot. You can turn around and stuff. Different weapons. So you have a pistol in one hand. You have a sword in another hand, actually like a lightsaber.
Yeah.
That
Energy
deflect.
sword.
It can deflect bullets. Here's the cool thing about the HTC Vive and this game in particular. When I'm in VR and I was actually doing this with my hand, like spinning it around, I was actually in game looking at the gun from all different angles, and it felt real and natural.
And you had the little Vibe controller.
Yeah, the Vive controller's in my hand, but
Yeah.
the fact that I could turn my hand in any direction, back, forth, upside down, I could literally look at the gun or the weapon in my hand.
It did look really weird on the screen watching you play, because it had a big
sure.
video of what you were playing, and your arm was bending in very weird ways. Like it's Gumby arms, basically.
Nice.
Whenever you were trying to look at the gun, it was just like it wasn't expecting you to do that, so the arms sort of bent inwards, very weird. It was odd.
So I enjoyed that. That to me, that is more what a good VR experience is going to be. There's other VR experiences that I think really is where VR is going to come in. And again, we're going to talk about it a little bit more on Thursday on our live cast. So tune into that, and I'll explain kind of where I see VR being more immersive and not in your traditional game sense.
Yeah.
Right. You really liked this next one, Zombie Vikings.
Zombie Vikings. It's the guys who did Stick It to the Man.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoyed the humor and the art style of that one. This one has a very similar art style. It is a 4-player couch co-op game, a multiplayer and couch co-op, which is really fun. So you don't get a lot of that anymore, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
It's basically a beat 'em up. You're zombies,
Like a Castle Crushers.
like a Castle Crushers. Yeah. So you were resurrected by Odin.
Yes, it is actually based on Norse mythology.
Yeah, so you were resurrected by, and it's a very crass take on Norse mythology. But you're resurrected by Odin to find his missing eye. So he resurrects his 4 champion zombies to go and find his missing eye. And there's weird weapons. Like the first weapon I used was a cat on a stick, and it was literally a cat on a stick, and you would beat your enemies with this cat on a stick. It was fun. It was. I mean, I can see really enjoying that game. I believe it is out now. I think it came out today.
Yeah, it is out now. In fact, today they got their first copy of the disc.
An actual disc base.
Yeah.
So the PlayStation 4 Ragnarok edition is out now.
Yes.
I believe it's
It's
also
only $20.
Yeah, and it's also out on Steam now, and I think they said it's coming in a month or two to Xbox One as well.
Yeah. Fun game. If you love the party side-scrolling beat-em-up brawlers like Castle Crushers style, it really is like a Castle Crushers. Yeah. In the art style of Stick It to the Man.
Yeah.
Right? And in fact, they had a Stick It to the Man hand, didn't they?
Yeah, so there's 2 special zombies that they had in there. So you have your 4 main guys and 2 special zombies you can get. One was the Stick It to the Man zombie.
Yes.
And the other was the Psychonauts, main character from Psychonauts, Double Fine Psychonauts.
Right.
So
I don't know. I don't know the character name that I played. It was fun though. But you can pick up your partner,
your co-op partner, on the end of your sword,
on the end of your weapon. So I had a pointy sword, and I'm picking up Tycko's character on the end of my sword. Like, imagine somebody literally his butt sitting on the tip of my sword, and I'm carrying him around.
And it was easier than walking myself. So
although you said it was a little more weird when you picked me up with a finger.
Yeah, I had a foam finger weapon and picked up Sean, so it was quite weird.
Yes.
So.
All right. Guns of Icarus Online. That was a fun game we got to play.
The Alliance expansion.
The Alliance expansion. This is us playing it. That's my bald head there, playing Guns of Icarus Online. And this was fun. This is very much a co-op experience.
Very co-op.
And you have to work together while playing it. So in this, you're going to see me. I'm playing the mechanic. So there's the mechanic. There's the pilot, who our host there was playing.
Yeah.
One of the developers. And Tycko, you were playing the gunner. Is the?
Yeah, I think I was. I was shooting a lot.
Yeah. So
this is it's you're basically on a blimp. A war blimp.
Yes.
So you're playing up to 4 players on a blimp, and you have to work together in order to take out either other players, or in this particular mode in Alliance, it is you're taking on the enemy AI.
Right. It was fun. I mean, it was WASD controls, which I'm not good at, so I'm like bumping into things all the time.
Yeah.
Because WASD just is beyond me. It always has been. But I was the mechanic,
so with a controller.
As the mechanic, it really would. As the mechanic, I had to kind of keep track of anything. If we were being attacked, and say your gun was on fire, I would have to get off of the gun I was using, go to yours, and I would have to switch to like the fire extinguisher, put out the fire, and then go switch to like the wrench, and then you beat it with a wrench, and that fixes it, because that's how you fix things. You beat them.
That is how I fix things.
When your monitor doesn't work, you just beat it, right?
Yeah, you hit it as hard as you can with a wrench. It works.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how you fix things. You beat it with the wrench. But the object really in this, it was us against the AI.
Yeah.
You can play against other players and other factions and alliances, and we were picking up bounties, I think, and having to carry them to a location.
Yeah.
And we won. We did really good.
There was a victory.
There was a victory, and we were the victors
for Team OMG.
That's right. Team OMG wins. What else we saw? We saw. Oh man, this other game.
This was by Curve.
Curve Digital is the publisher of this next game. It's called Human Fall Flat. It's a very simple style game.
Yep.
Very simple. Puzzle game, and you can see this cute little creature that kind of wobbles as he walks. And you control essentially his movement and his left and right hand.
Yeah, so your triggers.
Yeah, and that's it. Your triggers are your left and his right hand. You're walking him through these worlds. As you can see, it's literally just this floating island.
Yep.
And the puzzle starts super easy. By the time we finished...
Yeah, by the time I got onto it...
Yeah, you got the really difficult puzzle that we didn't even solve by the time we had to go.
We solved it, but we didn't finish it. Because I knew how to finish it.
Did you? Did you really?
No, I knew how to do it, but we just didn't get around to it because they needed to show that demo to somebody else.
Right.
But we knew what the solution was.
Sure.
It's true. But yeah, really fun game. You finish the level and you basically launch yourself off, and your next level.
There it is. Yeah. So you fall off, and you splat onto the next
level.
And it's just hilarious. And this level, the object really is to get from where you land to the final door to drop down to the next world.
Yeah, and these are... I can't remember when he said this was coming out. This is coming out on all consoles.
All the consoles, yeah. All the what we call the important consoles.
Yes.
So PC, Xbox 360, or Xbox One.
Xbox One
and PS4.
PS4.
This is me trying to...
climb a train.
Trying to think cleverly when there's actually an easier way through this level.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed this game. I could see myself playing this a lot further. Because I love puzzle platformers. And that's all this is. It's just a puzzle.
It's a puzzle / physics-based.
It is a physics-based puzzle platformer, and it was I loved it. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And there's some other demos we're going to talk about again on Thursday. We're kind of saving. We're not going to give you everything here today, but there's other stuff we want to showcase on the OMG Hour Live on Thursday. So tune in for some more stuff from Curve Digital there as well. What else we got here, Tycko?
Well, we played a few...
Oh yeah, digital CCGs.
Digital CCG.
They're like
games.
Everywhere now.
Yep, everybody's trying to make a couple of bucks off of these, and some
yeah, a couple of bucks.
quite good.
A couple on here I liked. One was I thought was confusing. The first one.
I think this is one that this one here that was based off of basically a deck building.
It's a real CCG card deck builder. Sentinels of the Multiverse, which is a kind of I want to say a mashup between DC and Marvel, but it's its
a
own
superhero
world.
Game where they created all of their own
it's their
non-licensed
own
superheroes.
World. But you can there's easy correlations. This character, oh well, that's Ultron. It's
Yeah.
a type of Ultron, or this is a type of Superman / whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's very obvious who they're based on, but it's their own world. It's like it's a Marvel DC mashup in their own world.
Yeah.
But I found it kind of confusing. Maybe it was just the demo they put us through.
The demo, and that's it. We didn't fully play through it, or like I wasn't fully reading all of the instructions because he was
explaining at the same time.
So I think that actually playing the game, and I plan on giving this a try because he was kind enough to give us some codes to try out the base
we'll
game.
try it for sure. We'll play it and maybe try to understand exactly what we're doing because the demo was like press this button, now do this, and it's like I don't know why I'm doing this.
I did it because there was an arrow on it.
Exactly. I did it because there was an arrow, but
it looks like it might be fun, and I had looked at the board game of this before, being interested in stuff like DC deck building game and Marvel Legendary. Sean's plugging his Cherry Coke again. I had been interested in this and looked at it. It does seem a little complicated, and I think once you learn the rules of the game, it might be fun. There are a lot of expansions for this.
He explained the pricing of it, and I'm in my head. I'm like, so if I want the whole game,
thing,
it's going to be like $120 or something.
Oh god, more than that.
Or was it more than that now? That was just
season 1. If you want the whole game with all of the expansions, it's like $120.
This is the physical one we're talking about. The
disc.
physical card game,
and then you can buy the. You can buy the expansion. So instead of with a normal deck building game, you buy like random cards. These ones here, you buy a character. So if you like this random character that reminds you of Batman, you buy all of their cards. And instead of playing as random different things, you buy all of the Batman cards.
Right,
so it comes in deck. So that's like probably $15-$20. So I think if you want everything that they have out right now with season 1 and 2, it's like I don't know, $400 or $500.
It's crazy.
Then you convert that to Canadian.
So we saw the digital version. I was not overly impressed, but like you said, we did get some review codes for it. We'll check it out when I can sit down at home and actually understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
The next one was Deckbound Heroes. This one I enjoyed. It's still very early in beta. It was alpha.
Alpha, and we played, and I think an even alpha year version because they have the alpha version of the single player game that they were showing off, and they were kind enough to let us play
We played the duel.
We played the duel, so I won. By the way,
yeah, he did. I think he cheated.
I must.
It was alpha. He found a way to cheat. I had to have.
Yeah,
it's the only explanation.
Yeah,
this one was. I mean, I like this. I like the concept that they're going with. Mm-hmm. You know, think of Magic the Gathering. It's a collectible card game. It works kind of like Magic, where you have a hero, but the hero has abilities, and that's what you're using to attack. So you're not playing land, you're not playing actual minions, but you have heroes that have certain stats. But the way this game works is they're going to have like hundreds and thousands of different cards because they are literally randomly generated when you acquire them.
Yeah.
Right, from a list of like 1,200 different abilities, you will get a card that has 5 random abilities assigned to it.
Yeah.
At certain levels,
so the cards level up as you use them. At certain levels, you then
unlock an ability when you level up your card. But I may get a card with a name I don't know, Cookie Monster. We got the Cookie Monster card.
Yes. By the way, Sean is not randomly thinking.
I'm not.
There's actually cookies.
There's cookies on the table, so it's the Cookie Monster card, and Cookie Monster will be randomly given 5 abilities. But if Tycko gets a Cookie Monster card, his could have 5 completely different random abilities.
And Sean may want those, so we could then trade.
We could swap those cards if we want to. Now the cards they gave us that we were playing had no artwork, so this was like really early alpha.
Yeah.
But I did like the concept. It played really well.
It played pretty smoothly. I enjoyed playing it.
Yeah.
I won, which was even better.
That's why you really enjoyed it.
It could be, but no, I enjoyed the concept. You got the gist of it very quickly.
Like for sure. It was not hard to understand what we were doing. What I did find though was you had a lot of abilities. Mm-hmm. I had like 6, and you had a huge list. But so I found that I was using the same ones over and over again because there were really only a couple that were useful.
There's 4 outposts on the board, and if you control those, it unlocks more of your abilities.
Yeah, but you actually had a huge list of abilities. I had like 6, and when I captured an outpost, I only got 1 extra ability.
Yeah, because I still had 3.
You did not.
I don't know, maybe not.
I like it though, but like I said, it's a long way from ever being ready. That one's called Deckbound Heroes. I liked it. I mean, I'll be keeping an eye on it for sure.
Yep.
The final one though is called Star Crusade, and this is
Or as
from.
Jeff would say.
Oh, that's no.
No, Jeff would get mad at us. Okay.
Star Crusade is for the tablet. It's tablet based.
Tablet, Android, and coming soon to Android and iPad.
Right. And this was a gorgeous game. Now, this is very much like Magic the Gathering.
And Hearthstone.
And Hearthstone. So you have a deck of cards, you have a hero, you have a faction essentially.
Yeah.
Right? And you can completely customize these as you want.
It's a space theme.
Yeah, and gorgeous looking game. You're above a planet, you're basically in battle. And you get cards, you get energy every turn, you get extra energy. So this is kind of like a Dominion. Like every turn you pull out money,
it's exactly
more
like
money.
Hearthstone.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly
It is like
every
Hearthstone.
turn you
gain more energy to spend on cards, and you use your energy to buy a card, put it in the field.
Yeah, there's a few quirks. The base game is exactly like Hearthstone. A few quirks like the mutations and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, you had the mutation deck, right?
Yeah.
So your cards were built around playing an egg that would then mutate into like 2 creatures.
Yeah.
Right? If I didn't get rid of the egg first. And you had a really good hand. I started out with this literally a crappy hand. My first hand had cards that cost 5 and 8 points. And you start out with 1. So
Yeah.
I could, for the first 2 or 3 turns, I literally couldn't do anything.
So by the time you could do anything, I had like 15 guys on the board.
Yeah, exactly.
And you were done.
And it was a slaughter.
Yeah.
You slaughtered me.
Yes.
But it was a gorgeous game.
Yeah.
Really
Really
beautiful
pretty.
game.
Played very smoothly. Looking forward to that when it comes out.
Yeah, it played smoothly, but I found some things were a little too slow. Like when you want to click on a card to understand it, it took like almost 5 seconds to pop up. Like that's too long.
Yeah, you should be able to do it and pop it up right away.
Yeah. And then if you are holding it and you're reading the description and you want to use it, you go to swipe and swiping it onto the field doesn't work.
No,
you have to let go of it
then
then swipe it, and it's like, okay, little tweaks I think need to be made to this, because holding it down for 2-3 seconds felt like forever just to get the description of the card. But that's just tiny little nitpicking things about it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it out on iOS.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed what we played, even though you did beat me again. Twice.
Two head-to-head games.
Actually, you beat me at Vikings too, because
That's right. I had more gold.
You had more gold. You collected more gold.
I'm 3-0 for head-to-head games.
This guy,
right now.
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
You can't beat me in the division though.
Yeah, I think I could.
You beat me at how many times you die.
Yeah,
that's what you beat me at. Okay, and finally, we want to talk about some tabletop stuff we've got today.
PAX is, it's a gaming conference, not just a video game.
It's video games, it's tabletop games.
So we hit up a few of the vendors.
Yeah. So let's talk about this big one right here. This one is awesome. I'm picking up one of these tomorrow, but Tycko got this one. Munchkin Marvel. I mean, how cool is this?
Yeah, show off the back of that as well.
You can see this. Look at that. This is like, look at that. We can get you can get Ant-Man's helmet as an item to equip. And here's what I like about it. This thing right here. This is your level counter. You actually get a Shield Agent card that is your level counter, and that's kind of cool. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think many Munchkin games give you level counters.
No.
Usually you have to use a die or something. So Munchkin Marvel, I'm going to pick one up tomorrow. You picked this one up, and then when I went back, they were all gone.
Yes.
So there's other.
We'll find them.
There's other vendors there that have them.
But yeah, this is going to be a fun game.
That's going to be super fun. This one's very important. I came down here. I'm like, I got to get this. Check it out. There we go. Right in front of Tycko's head.
Again.
Firefly Fluxx. That's a mouthful.
It is.
Firefly Fluxx. So there's Firefly Fluxx. Fantastic. We're gonna have to open this and play it.
I believe that sold out pretty quickly.
And this one also almost sold out. I was lucky to find this one.
Yeah.
Somebody had put it in the wrong spot, so I found it. There we go. Batman Fluxx. I mean, who can say no to Batman? My daughter loves Batman.
Everybody loves Batman.
She will. Everybody
should love Batman.
There's the back of it. Batman Fluxx.
We'll play some of that.
Yes, for sure. And this game we saw almost by mistake.
We were on our way out.
We were
actually
literally leaving.
And the guy
PAX.
was there, and he has a sign that said, "Who loves movies?"
No,
And
here's what the sign said. It said, "A card game for people who love movies." And I looked at him and said, "Hey, I love movies." And this is a game called Cinelinx. I can never. I'm backwards in the video. I don't know what I'm doing. So it's called Cinelinx, a card game for people who love cards or movies. Look, he even signed it for me. There's the signature of the developer, and it's actually really fun. So you get a hand of 7 cards, and it'll be cards like this. For example, there's an actor card. It says Adam Sandler, okay, or it could be what's that one say? That's actor Bill Murray. I just got 2 actor cards.
Yes.
And then how about another actor,
probably
Denzel Washington?
here.
Are they in order? These are all the actors' cards? Oh, they're all in order.
We'll find one that's not an actor for you. Here, Lethal Weapon.
There we go. There's a movie card, Lethal Weapon. And the infinity icon means this card is good for any Lethal Weapon
In the series.
In the series.
So it's played like dominoes. So if
Exactly like dominoes.
Sean plays Lethal Weapon.
So yeah, we start, or there's genre cards.
Yep.
There's character cards. And the genres could be like fantasy, science fiction. It could be crime, drama. The idea is somebody plays a card. You play a card touching one of the reels, and it could be played sideways or up and down.
And
that matches.
And you have to explain why it matches.
You have to explain the match. So if you pick action, I think what it was, there was fantasy on the table. I had Liam Neeson. So I put Liam Neeson down because he played Aslan in the Narnia Chronicles, which is fantasy.
Yeah.
So that was a link. And then there was also a link to Inception somehow.
Yeah.
Right? So using Inception, I linked it to Batman because they're both linked as Christopher Nolan.
Yes. That game, actually, you have a win here because you actually beat me in this game.
I beat him.
The guy who made the game gave
me the answer that I didn't see.
I would have won had
Well, it's
Sean
because
passed.
Wolf of Wall Street was on the table, and I haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street, but apparently it's considered a comedy
crime. Yeah.
It's a crime comedy, and I had a comedy in my hand.
Yeah.
So I attached it to Wolf of Wall Street, and I won. So and then I bought the expansion.
We don't know where.
Where did I put the? Oh, it's right here.
Oh.
This is the expansion.
One of the expansions.
One of them.
This is the only one they had left.
Superheroes and Comics expansion was like, yeah, I'm all over that. But seriously, this game and the main game and the expansion, $20 at PAX East this weekend.
Yeah.
$20.
If you're looking for it in Canada.
If you look on Amazon.ca
So we both picked
Canada,
up a copy of these, and they have a horror expansion pack, which they were sold out of at PAX, which I want to get for my wife, who's a huge fan. So I hopped onto Amazon.ca. The expansion pack, which we purchased for $5 at PAX, is selling on Amazon.ca for sale for $52.
$52.
So
for this.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to maybe that he'll get a restock tomorrow or something.
Yeah, and this whole thing, this was $15 at PAX. This was $5. Normally these are $10 in the States.
And $25, I think.
$25, yeah. So, I mean, I was sold right away. $20, and I love movies. I love the concept. It was really fun to play.
Too.
You know, we played a really quick hand. He dealt us 3 cards each instead of 7. But, I mean, it was fun. Yeah. You know, it's quick to play, and it kind of tests your movie knowledge, and that's what we love that.
Yeah.
We're both movie and television fanatics, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But overall, really fun day, busy day at PAX today. Day 1 only.
Yeah, long day on your feet. But
yeah.
Worth it. It flew by, though. Like, we were there so we got there around 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We left around 6, so we were there...
A long time.
Long time.
Yes.
Good
so
10 hours.
10 hours.
And it flew by. It was a quick 10 hours. It did not feel like the end of the day hit. It's like, man, we're done already.
I know. Well, tomorrow will be the same. We were very busy tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're gonna try to put together another one of these tomorrow and Sunday as well. I'll tell you some of the highlights of what we saw each day. But thanks for tuning in, and I guess we'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, where am I? I don't know what I'm doing. This has been an OMGNexus.com production.